Our graduate procession tonight will begin with the graduates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, escorted by Dr. Melody Skinner, Assistant Professor of Nurse Education. From the Division of Business, Entrepreneurship, and Health Sciences are the graduates from the Department of Allied Health, escorted by Leah Edelman, Program Director and Instructor of Medical Assisting. Graduates from the Department of Business Administration, escorted by Lisa Gonzalez, Instructor of Cosmetology. Graduates from the Department of Dental and Imaging Technology, escorted by Angela Soto, Instructor of Dental Assisting. Graduates from the Department of Nurse Education, escorted by Floyd Green, Assistant Professor of Nurse Education. Graduates of the Department of Art and Drama, escorted by Kim Frederick, Professor of Drama and Chairperson, Department of Art and Drama. Graduates from the Department of Communications, Languages, and Reading, escorted by Dr. Patricia Walter, Professor of Reading. Graduates from the Department of English and Philosophy, escorted by Dr. Susie Croson, Professor of English. Graduates with a degree of Liberal Arts, escorted by Jennifer Jimenez, Assistant Professor of Learning Resources and References Electronic Resources Librarian. Graduates from the Department of Music, escorted by Carl Kim, Professor of Music. Graduates from the Department of Social Sciences, escorted by Dr. Stephanie Ding, Professor of Psychology. From the Division of Industry and Public Services, graduates from the Department of Architecture, Aviation, and Automotive, escorted by Dwayne Beadle, Associate Professor of Automotive Applied Technology. Graduates from the Department of Industrial Education, escorted by Willie Herrera, Assistant Professor of Welding Applied Technology. Graduates from the Department of Public Service, escorted by Dr. Ruben Garcia, Associate Professor of Human Services. Graduates from the Department of Computer Science, Engineering, and Advanced Technology, escorted by Dr. Patricia Frederick, Professor of Computer Science from the Division of STEM, Kinesiology, and Education. Graduates from the Department of Kinesiology and Education, escorted by Gene Power, Professor of Kinesiology. Graduates from the Department of Mathematics, escorted by Doug Harley, Associate Professor of Mathematics. And our graduates from the Department of Natural Sciences, escorted by Dr. Randall Hinton, Professor of Chemistry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mark Escamilla, President of Del Mar College.
Thank you back there for your swift reaction there. Welcome to all the members of the Summer 2022 graduating class. And certainly welcome regents, faculty and staff, parents, spouses, relatives, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Gentlemen, please remove your non-religious headgear as we all stand for the presentation of the colors by the Scouts, the Boy Scouts of America troops 345B and 345G from Portland, Texas. Please remain standing for the national anthem and the college alma mater. They are being performed by vocalist Cynthia Longoria, Professor of Music, and Interim Music Department Chair, and pianist Dr. David Sutanto, Professor of Music. The words to the college alma mater are printed in the inside front cover of your commencement program should you want to sing along.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in a shining light from the beginning. You take the weak and make them strong, so we lift our head up and sing this song. Hail Del Mar College, silver and blue. Hail Del Mar College, silver and blue.
Please be seated. Our faculty Grand Marshal tonight is Dr. Dolores Huerta, Professor of Accounting. Marshal for the Division of Business, Entrepreneurship and Health Science is Dr. Jennifer McWall, Professor of Nurse Education, Chairperson and Program Director, Department of Nurse Education. Marshal for the Division of Communication, Fine Arts, and Social Sciences is Connie Gutierrez, Professor of English. Marshal for the Division of Industry and Public Service is Benny Gregory, Jr., Professor of Air Conditioning Technology. Marshal for the Division of Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics, Kinesiology, and Education is Dr. Laiwa Sheng, Professor of Mathematics. Please join me now in showing our appreciation to our faculty marshals and scouts of Boy Scouts troops 345B and 345G. Join me in a round of applause. Thanks. Now I'd like to introduce members of the Del Mar College Board of Regents, administrative staff, faculty, and special guests. I'd like to begin with our board chair, Ms. Carol Scott. First Vice Chair of the Board, Dr. Nick Adame. Second Vice Chair of the Board, Ms. Susan Hutchinson. Regent Rudy Garza Jr. Regent Bill Kelly. Regent Dr. Laurie Turner. And Regent Dr. Linda Villarreal. It's also appropriate to recognize the members of our elected Board of Regents who are unable to attend this evening. That would be Secretary to the Board, Ms. Libby Averett, and Regent Ed Bennett. Our keynote speaker tonight is Mr. Richard Morin, President of Christus Spohn Hospital, Alice N. Clayburgh, who I will introduce more thoroughly later in the ceremony. Assisting with tonight's ceremony, our Vice President and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. John DeHalcom. Dean of the Division of Communications, Fine Arts, and Social Sciences, Dr. Cynthia Bridges, also known as Cindy to many of us. Dean of the Division of Business, Entrepreneurship, and Health Sciences, Ms. Jennifer Schrammick. Dean of the Division of Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics, and Kinesiology and Education. Interim Dean, Dr. Jack Southard. Jack Southard. Excuse me on that. Dean of Division of Industry and Public Service, Mr. Davis Merrill. Dean of Student Outreach and Enrollment Services, Ms. Gracie Martinez. Dean of Learning Resources, Mr. Cody Gray. Associate Vice President of Planning and Institutional Effectiveness, Dr. Christina Ramirez Wilson. Faculty Council Chair, Dr. Paul Gottemiller, and also Associate Professor of Political Science. And our orators for tonight's ceremony, Mr. Mike Jones, Professor of Speech Communications, and Agustin Rivera Jr., General Counsel for Del Mar College. We also have on the stage other members of the college administration and instructional team. Also assisting tonight are the representatives of the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Center, who are providing our sign interpreting. And thanks to everyone, a collective thanks to everyone for serving our graduates tonight. It's my distinct pleasure now. A lot of clapping, I know. It's going to be a great time. It's my distinct pleasure to honor our graduates tonight. I and those on stage with me understand the hard work and perseverance that it takes, graduates, to reach this milestone. It takes commitment and grit to juggle college classes, jobs, family, responsibility, and life itself. As we are all fond of saying, it takes a Viking. And you did it. You're healthy, you're a graduate, and you all look fantastic out there, by the way. Many of you had the support of your family and friends while you pursued your education. Am I right? Yep, absolutely. Lots of nods, lots of nods. To all those who supported you, I'd like to say thank you. Tonight, another milestone in Del Mar College's history. We are awarding our first ever, in the 85-plus year history of Del Mar College, our first ever bachelor's degrees to graduates of our registered nursing to Bachelor of Science Nursing, RN to BSN program. How about that? This program launched last year, enables registered nurses to earn a Bachelor of Science, as I was saying, in nursing. These degrees are entirely supported and delivered here at Del Mar College. Will the RN to BSN graduates, the first ever in Del Mar College history, stand up to be recognized? All 14 of you. Thank you, graduates. In total, over 200 graduates are walking the stage tonight. Before we recognize them, I'd like to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker. He is particularly fitting for this occasion. Richard Morin is the president of Christus Spohn Hospital, Alice, and Clayburgh. Mr. Morin joined the Christus Spohn family in 2001 as director of perioperative services at Christus Spohn Hospital in Clayburgh. He rose through the ranks of leadership, garnering numerous achievements and advancing in roles throughout Christus Spohn's area hospitals, including the Clayburgh, Alice, and Corpus Christi facilities. Mr. Morin became Vice President of Operations for the Alice and Clayburgh hospitals in 2017, and in 2020, he was named President. In his current role, he is responsible for the operations of 2 full acute care hospitals with 96 and 135 licensed beds, consistent with 2 level 4 trauma centers. That's juggling quite a bit. Under Mr. Morin's leadership, the 2 hospitals have earned awards and high ratings for quality and services provided to patients in the Alice and Kingsville areas. So, the Alice Hospital has received a 5-star quality rating from the Centers for Medical and Medicaid Services in June of this year. Also in June, the Alice Hospital received the Meritive 100 Top Hospitals Award. In addition, Christus Spohn Hospital, Alice, has received 4 consecutive Leapfrog Group A hospital safety grades, ranking it in the top 1/3 of U.S. hospitals. The U.S. Clayburgh Hospital was recognized as one of the top 25 safety net hospitals in the U.S. by Washington Monthly Magazine, ranking it 12th in the nation. Among his many accomplishments, Mr. Morin implemented 24/7 cardiology on-call coverage at the Alice facility and telecardiology coverage at the Clayburgh facility. That is a mouthful. He also implemented the OBGYN hospital outpatient department clinic at the Alice Hospital. Mr. Morin received his Master's of Business Administration and Healthcare Management from Western Governors University. He was ordained at St. Thomas School of Theology and St. Mary's Seminary in Houston. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing from the University of Incarnate Word in San Antonio. And, like you all graduates, I am proud to say that Mr. Morin is a Viking. Having graduated from Del Mar College, how about that? Having graduated from Del Mar College with an Associate in Applied Science degree as a registered nurse in 1994. Where are your scrubs? Mr. Morin is a member of many local, state, and national organizations, including the Texas Hospital Association, National Nurses Honor Society, Diocese of Corpus Christi Clayburgh, Bank Advisory, and Kingsville Boys and Girls Club. Please help me welcome to the podium Richard Morin. Thank you.
A young girl and her family were attending a graduation ceremony, and the commencement speaker had been talking and talking and talking. And the little girl whispered to her mom, "Mom, why do we have to be so quiet during this speech?" And her mom whispered back, "Because there may be people sleeping already." To Del Mar College President and CEO, Dr. Mark Escamilla, to the faculty, staff, and administrators, the trustees, and distinguished guests, parents, and friends, but especially to you, graduating class, I thank you for the honor of allowing me to share this evening with you, and I congratulate you again on this wonderful achievement. Also, I want to thank Lorette Williams and Melinda Edelman for reaching out to me for this wonderful opportunity to speak with you this evening. Lorette's mom, Ms. Debbie Butler, was a longtime teacher at Odom Independent School District. She always had such a wonderful smile. Is there anyone else from Odom out there besides Lorette, my wife, and I? Father Peter Lazardo? No? Okay. Moving on. Although we're in here in an air conditioning environment, I am feeling like a lot of warmth coming this way. Maybe it's because we have so many South Texaners, not sure if that's a word or not, that give so many others this welcoming warmth and love. Those from Corpus, but also from all those from all the small towns around, todos los ranchitos, right? San Diego, Alice, Sandia, Palito Blanco, Odom, Swinney Switch, Falfurrias, Kingsville, Rivera, maybe even Sinton, Fremont, Concepcion, and many other places. But in addition to this warmth that I'm feeling from all those areas, there's just something a little bit extra. And then I came to realize as I was sitting there next to Dr. Holcomb, there are so many Dallas Cowboy fans here today. Prenda la vela! Woo! Now, being a Dallas Cowboy fan for so many years, it is a test of faith every season. ¿Verdad? But seriously, we better have a good year because nobody wants to hear it from their wife. Anyway, I'm just saying. So when I'm preparing something like this, right, the easy part is deciding which cowboy boots I'm gonna wear, my shirt, my boots, my tie. Those are the easy things. But the hard thing, right, the thing that's not so easy is deciding what is it that I'm going to say that's going to be meaningful to somebody. The good Dr. Albert Schweitzer, right, one of his famous quotes was, "Do something for someone else every day for which you do not get paid." Charitable works. So I share some reflected thoughts with you this evening, those that are sitting in front of me, graduating, and those that are attending and supporting you. Las familias que han estado aquí por sus seres queridos, las que te han dado amor y apoyo incondicional. Now, I looked up some inspirational quotes to use, and if you like it, feel free to clap. The first, don't allow people to dim your shine because they are blinded. Tell them to put on sunglasses. Lady Gaga. I don't know any of her songs other than the one where she sings with Bradley Cooper. That's the only one that I know. There's no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. South African activist and former president Nelson Mandela. You can never be overdressed or overeducated. Irish poet Oscar Wilde. And this is my personal favorite. If you can make it through nursing school, you can do anything. My voice cracked there. Joe Mesa, 1993, Del Mar College RN Nursing Program professor. Now, often we hear that so-and-so was a self-made man or woman, that somehow they did it all on their own. But through eyes of faith, we know that that does not exist. Everyone needs the support of others. And each of you is here today because someone helped you along the way. They didn't ignore you, they actually stopped and helped you. They saw value in you and they supported your dreams. For those that are graduating, you in the crowd that are thinking about your future, remember this. The only person that can set limits for you is yourself. Don't ever let anyone try to do that. You set your goals and you reach your potential. Now, many of us may be familiar with the Good Samaritan laws that started in the 70s. And overall, they encourage bystanders to stop and help people that are under emergent needs without fear of litigation, right? And these laws take their name from the story or the parable of the Good Samaritan that we hear in St. Luke's Gospel in chapter 10. And Jesus uses this parable when a scholar asks him what he needs to do to gain eternal life to get to heaven. And Jesus asked him, what is it that is said in the law? And using a piece of the book of Deuteronomy and a piece of the book of Leviticus, he says, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your being, with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. Jesus told him, you've answered correctly. Do this, and you will live. So the scholar asks another question. He says, and who is my neighbor? Now, he doesn't ask this question to be 10 out of 10 and be fully compliant. The reason he asks that question is because he wants to know what's the minimum that I need to do. And so Jesus shares this story about a man traveling down from Jerusalem down to Jericho. He gets beaten up, he gets robbed, and left for dead. Now, while he's there on the road suffering, two pass by, but they don't help. Not because they were bad people, but because it was too much of an inconvenience at that time. Maybe sometimes we also pass others by because it's an inconvenience. But finally, the third, a Samaritan, stops by and renders aid. He cleans those wounds, he bandages them up, he mounts him on his beast, and takes him to an inn so that he can continue his healing. Now, there is no text without a context. And we must remember at that point in time, the Jewish faithful despised Samaritans. They saw them as inferior. They did not respect them. They did not care about them. So Jesus asked the scholar, which one of the three, in your opinion, was neighbor to the robber's victim? And the scholar answered, the one who showed mercy. Go and do likewise. Some have said that the furthest distance in the universe is sometimes the distance between two human hearts. Algunos han dicho que la distancia más lejana en el universo es a veces la distancia entre dos corazones humanos. Every day we have opportunities to close that gap. At times we're told not to trust others because they might be up to no good. And this can cause us to be blinded, to ignore the needs of others. In moments like this, we have an opportunity to see clearly what really matters and what kind of impact we can have in the life of another. Remembering those that God has placed in your path, those that stopped and lifted you up, those that healed you with words of kindness, encouragement, and compassion. Never doing the minimum, but instead giving their all to you, not counting the cost. For me, I thank God today for my family. I'm extremely grateful for my beautiful wife, Monica, who's sitting right here, for all her support and encouragement in my journey, especially when things were tough. She helped me and continued to love me unconditionally. She was a wonderful example of giving her all, especially when I didn't get that promotion. When I saw one door closing and was too blind to see another door opening. Now, we have heard the expression, behind every great man is a great woman, right? An expression that started sometime in the 40s. But I have come to realize that that is not true. She is never behind him. She is right there next to him, always supporting him. Thank you, Monica, for being my best friend, my tireless cheerleader, and the world's best wife and mom. Now, I cannot forget my dear sons, Sean and Christian, that drive me crazy. I mean, they're amazing kids. Rooms are always clean. I want to thank my parents also for always showing me what hard work looked like and their many years of loyalty and dedication to their employers. I also want to help and recognize those that helped me along the journey. Del Mar College. I want to specifically thank Bertie Armendariz and all the excellent professors that I had back at that time. Juliet Scott, Nancy Rogers, Dr. Irma Wilson, Mike's mom, Mrs. Rockwell, Joe Mesa, and of course, Dr. Sansing. Y'all remember him? Yeah? All right. Initially, when I graduated from high school, I was a business major, and this friend of mine from Odom, Nick Pizzaga, he said, I'm looking into the RN program at Del Mar. I hear it's hard to get into, and it's even harder once you're in there. And of course, as a young man, I thought to myself, how hard could that be? I was very naive. Little did I know the great knowledge that was going to be bestowed on me, and sometimes I felt very overwhelmed because I didn't have a healthcare background. But I made it through. My heroes during the nursing program were those single moms. They had like 3, 4, 5 kids. They were working all night at the nursing home or at the hospital as an LVN. And they would show up at 6 o'clock in the morning, ready for clinicals. I'm sure some of y'all went through that as well. Amazing individuals. Now today, if you go to any South Texas hospital, you're going to find Del Mar graduates from the RN program, working there just like me. And they're going to tell you the same story. It was tough, but I made it through. And they're very grateful because they've made a big difference in those patients and their families. Now, we all go through changes and growth, and Del Mar itself has also evolved over the years, meeting the needs of the students, but even deeper, meeting the needs of the South Texas community, and having a program such as this RN to BSN program is commendable. I am extremely proud to be addressing the first RN to BSN graduating class. You did it. Finally, wrapping this up, I would like to thank all those that have helped me in my career at Christus Spohn, giving me many opportunities to grow with the organization, especially Dr. Osbert Blow, being a great mentor to me for so many years. And I also want to mention a couple of people that keep me inspired in my job as president of Allison Clayburgh. Margot Rios, she's our Alice Hospital Chief Nursing Officer. She's a Del Mar RN graduate. Lacey Lassiter Charles, the Chief Nursing Officer in Kingsville, Christus Spohn Hospital, Clayburgh, also a Del Mar RN graduate. And Jessica Pena, our Finance Director for Alice and Clayburgh, who also attended Del Mar College. Do you see a trend here? Now, many thanks to the many executives and leaders that have helped me during my career. Again, I wouldn't be here today without their help. Before I conclude, I would like to remind the graduates that as others have helped you get to this point, please help others to do the same. Let them also reach their potential. At this time, if everyone would please bow their heads, I'd like to say a special blessing for our graduates. Blessed are you, Lord God of mercy, who through your Son gave us a marvelous example of charity and the great commandment of love for one another. Send down your blessings on these your servants, who devote themselves to helping others. When they are called on in times of need, let them faithfully serve you and their neighbor. We ask all these things today in your name. Amen. En nombre del Padre, y el Hijo, y el Espíritu Santo. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morin. Dr. Halcomb, shall we proceed with the ceremony? Yes? Yes? Okay.
Now, it is my pleasure to present the candidates for graduation. This summer, 2022, Del Mar College is proud to recognize a total of 356 prospective graduating students. Collectively, these students are receiving 424 degrees and certificates, including 14 Bachelor's of Science in Nursing degrees, 102 Associate in Arts degrees, 7 Associate of Arts in Teaching degrees, 9 Associate in Science degrees, 163 Associate in Applied Science degrees, 127 certificates, and 2 Occupational Skills Awards. Will all candidates to receive these degrees and certificates please stand? Upon the recommendation of the faculty, I certify that these candidates who have completed all their academic requirements as set forth in the Del Mar College catalog are entitled to receive their respective degree or certificate.
Acting under the authority vested in me by the state of Texas, the Board of Regents of Del Mar College, and upon the recommendation of the administration and faculty, I hereby confer to you the appropriate degree and certificate that you have earned.
Will candidates for degrees and certificates please come forward?
Graduates from the Department of Allied Health. Jocelyn M. Benavides, certificate level 2, medical assistant, summa cum laude. Caitlin T. McDowell, certificate level 2, medical assistant, magna cum laude. Alyssa L. Cantu, associate in applied science, health, and information technology. Graduates in the Department of Business Administration and Entrepreneurship. Julian D. Pratt, associate in art, business administration. Danielle D. Powell, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Deanna C. Ford, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Madison D. Gatica, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Samantha L. Uriel, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Vanessa Ramirez, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Oceana A. Hoban, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Danielle A. Guerra, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Sophia G. Perez, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Anissa C. Salas, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Haley A. Hall, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Natalie Ann Perez, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Daisy I. Moreno, certificate level 1, cosmetology. Rosario A. Tejeda, associate in art and business administration, cum laude. Sarah E. Cantu, associate in art and business administration. Gwendolyn M. Goddard, associate in applied science, accounting specialist, and certificate level 1, accounting technician. Ariel Rodriguez, associate in art and business administration. Melanie R. Benavides, associate in art and business administration. Desiree E. Rivera, associate in art and business administration. Mariah M. Zane, associate in art and business administration. Madeline M. Molina, associate in art and business administration. Jessica L. Cuellar, associate in art and business administration. Christina M. Bernetta, associate in art and business administration. Eliana S. Navarro, associate in art and business administration in summa cum laude. Jessica Stones, associate in applied science and hospitality management. Celeste E. Pinero, associate in art and business administration. Leslie A. Bogdan, associate in art and business administration. Yvette E. Cavazos, associate in art and business administration.
Graduate School of Dental and Imaging, Division of Business Entrepreneurship and Health Services. Edgar Santos Jr., Associate in Applied Science, Assistant Electrician, Assistant, summa cum laude. Brenda G. Gonzalez, Associate in Applied Science, Certificate of Electrician Dental Assistant. Serena A. Lopez, Associate in Applied Science, Certificate of Electrician. Juliana Ramirez, Associate will do. Maria F. Tesvili, Associate of Applied Certificate Level 2. Bianca R. Yoyana, Certificate Level 2. Jalen M. Mickens, Certificate Level 2, Dental Assistant. Melanie Gassa, Associate in Applied Science, Dental Assistant, Certificate Level 2, Dental Assistant. Kaylee R. Reagan, Certificate Level 2, Dental Assistant. Nayeli A. Salinas, Certificate Level 2, Dental Assistant. Jose A. Villegas, Associate in Applied Science, Cesar Juarez Jr., Associate in Applied Science. Matthew E. Castaneda, Associate in Applied. Roberto Martinez, Associate of Art. Mr. Martinez is Associate of Arts, Associate in Applied Science, and veteran of the United States Armed Forces. Iris A. Gassa, Associate in Applied Science. Sarah A. Castaneda, Associate in Applied Science. Leila Cassini, Associate in Applied Science. Ludivina Gonzalez, Associate in Applied Science. Sunday D. Lopez, Associate in Applied Science. Jenna S. Amado, Associate in Applied Science. Alyssa L. Moreno, Associate in Applied Science, LAN to RN transition. Bree T. Fox, Associate in Applied Science. Tanya M. Rios, Associate in Applied Science, LAN, paramedic RN transition. Renee Bella III, Associate in Applied Science, registered certification LAN, paramedic RN transition. Jason R. Alon, Associate in Applied Science, registered certification LAN, paramedic RN transition. Veronica Fuente, Associate in Applied Science, registered certification LAN, paramedic RN transition. Christina Ressa, Associate of Arts, Nurse Education. Sierra C. Garcia, Associate of Applied Science, Medical Nursing. Tony R. Swick, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Brianna B. Salazar, Associate of Arts, Nurse Education, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Audrey M. Gassa, Associate in Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Sydney R. Pettis, Associate in Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Christina M. Alejandro, Associate in Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Marquita J. Nolan, Associate in Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Gloria Z. Rabagos, Associate of Arts, Nurse Education, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nurse. Isaac A. Rabagos, Associate of Arts, Nurse Education, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nurse Education, LPN, Paramedical Art Transition. Marissa Ann Rodriguez, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nurse. Richard J. Mercer, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nurse. Brenda Y. Guerrero, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nurse. Georgiana B. Martinez, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nurse. Felicity R. Gassa, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing, Alpha Beta Nu. Dorothy Lynn Armendez, Associate of Arts Nurse Education, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Jessica Marie Washington, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Marisol Seguirre, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Sharon A. Lockmore, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Robert Salas, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing, Veterinary Armed Forces. Allison D. Barclay, Associate of Arts and Education, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Naomi D. McNow, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Michaela C. Camarachi, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Samantha Hernandez, Associate of Arts, Nurse Education, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Gloria G. Garcia, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Maria Morado, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Christina Moreno, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Catherine T. Hernandez, Associate of Arts, Nurse Education, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing, Veteran of the U.S. Armed Forces. Dustin B. Mackey, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Veronica M. Yeast, Associate of Arts, Nurse Education. Alexis L. Tatum, Associate of Arts, Nurse Education. Macy E. Dees, Associate of Arts, Nurse Education. Chelsea B. Kiefer, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Ralph C. Galan, Associate of Applied Science, Registered Nursing. Esteban R. Reposado, Associate of Arts, Nurse Education. Caleb N. Terry, Associate of the School of Art and Drama. Caleb N. Terry, Associate of Arts, Studio Art, magna cum laude.
From the Department of Communications, Languages, and Reading, Miranda L. Medina, Associate in Arts, Advertising, Andrea Leal, Associate
Digital Media. Michaela L. Shaheen, Associate Art Advertising, Corporate Division. Lillian Jafar, Associate Art Garnet degree of Liberal Arts, London C. Ayala, Associate Art in Liberal Arts. Austin A. San Miguel, Associate Art, Liberal Arts. Luna F. Reza, Associate Art, Liberal Arts. Kayla A. Escamilla, Associate Art, Liberal Arts. Melissa R. Jimenez, Associate Art, Liberal Arts. Brianna N. Hampton, Associate Art, Liberal Arts. Christina Martinez Support, Associate Art, Liberal Arts. Alexis Santos, Associate Art, Liberal Arts. We have a special presenter, Jack Stubblefield, Professor of Speech at Del Mar College, will be presenting to his son, Taylor J. Stubblefield, Associate Art, Liberal Arts. Jennifer L. Munoz, Associate Arts and Sociology, in the Department of Social Sciences. From the Department of Agriculture, Aviation, and Automotive, Samuel S. Silvas, Associate in Applied Science and Automotive, Applied Technology. Juan D. Gamboa Jr., Certificate Level 2, Air Conditioning Applied Technology 2, and Certificate Level 1, Air Conditioning Applied Technology. Jacob L.D., Associate in Applied Science, Air Conditioning Applied Technology, magna cum laude. Brandon C. Camps, Associate in Applied Science, Air Conditioning Applied Technology, Certificate Level 1, Air Conditioning Applied Technology, and Certificate Level 2, Air Conditioning Applied Technology. Misael Padron, Associate in Applied Science, Aviation Maintenance, Airframe Applied Technology, Associate in Applied Science, Aviation Maintenance, Power Plant Applied Technology, Certificate Level 2, Aviation Maintenance, Airframe Applied Technology, and Certificate Level 2, Aviation Maintenance, Power Plant Applied Technology, and a veteran in the United States Armed Forces. Jesse J. Acosta, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Applied Technology, Certificate Level 1, Suspension Driveline Brake Specialist, and Certificate Level 2, Automotive Applied Technology. David J. Padilla, Associate in Applied Science, Aviation Maintenance, Power Plant Applied Technology, and Certificate Level 2, Aviation Maintenance, Power Plant Applied Technology. James E. Morris II, Associate in Applied Science, Aviation Maintenance, Airframe Applied Technology, and Associate in Applied Science, Aviation Maintenance, Power Plant Applied Technology. Kevin A. Vasquez, Associate in Applied Science and Construction Management. Raymond A. Martinez, Associate in Applied Science and Construction Management. Romero Garcia Jr., Associate in Applied Science, Environmental Petrochemical Lab Technology, and a veteran in the United States Armed Forces. Antonio Nava, Associate in Applied Science, Welding Applied Technology, and Certificate Level 1, Infantry Welding, and Certificate Level 2, Welding Applied Technology, and Advanced Welding, and cum laude. From the Department of Industrial Technology, Renee R. Nelson Jr., Associate Applied Science, Process Technology, magna cum laude. Sergio Delgado, Associate Applied Science, Process Technology. Richard A. Alvarado, Associate Applied Science, Process Technology. Dominic E. Garcia, Associate Applied Science, Process Technology, Industrial Instrumentation. Carlos Vasquez, Associate Applied Science, Process Technology. Michael E. Rodriguez, certificate level 2, process technology, industrial instrumentation certificate. Sean A. Charles, associate in applied science, process technology. Grady P. Mendoza, associate in applied science, process technology. Michael A. Munoz, associate in applied science, process technology. Jose Estrada, associate in applied science, process technology. Samuel L. Humphrey Jr., certificate level 1, air conditioning applied technology, certificate level 1, building maintenance applied technology, and a veteran in the United States Armed Forces. Alexander E. Mohan, associate in applied science, process technology, a veteran in the United States Armed Forces.
And now to the School of Public Safety. James E. Lill, associate in applied science, police science, veteran of the United States Armed Forces. Guadalupe E. Maldonado Jr., associate in applied science, occupational safety, and health technology. Melissa A. Maldonado, associate in applied science, occupational safety, and health technology. Jason A. Crowell, associate in applied science, occupational safety, and health technology. Jasleen N. Ibarra, associate in arts, criminal justice. Valeria Medina, associate in arts, criminal justice. Savannah R. Rosales, associate in applied science, business studies, and research. John A. Porsche, associate in applied science, fire science, basic firefighting option. Mateo L. Vega, associate in applied science, occupational safety, and health technology. Ismael A. Castellanos, associate in applied science, emergency medical technician, paramedic. Amanda F. Ross, associate in applied science, human services, cum laude. Joseph E. Valdez, certificate level 2, additions in applied technology 2, certificate level 1, additions in applied technology, summa cum laude. Zach J. Vanderslice, certificate level 2, air conditioning and applied technology 2, certificate level 1, air conditioning and applied technology, cum laude. Gabriela A. Gonzalez, associate in arts, criminal justice. Akinji Santos, certificate level 2, air conditioning and applied technology 2, certificate level 1, air conditioning and applied technology. Stephen R. Massis, associate in applied science and basic science. Aloha O. Hernandez, associate in arts, criminal justice. Giovanna M. Barrios, certificate level 2, basic firefighter. Max L. Melendez, associate in applied science, computer information system and network technology, specialist in network administration and information security emphasis, certificate level 1, networking technology, CISCO, summa cum laude. Justin T. Austin, associate in applied science, computer information systems, web development. Monica J. Mengas, associate in arts, kinesiology, from the School of Kinesiology and Education. Larissa Marquette, Associate of Arts in Teaching, grades 4 through 8, early childhood through 12, special education. Savannah Ed Ortiz, Associate of Arts in Teaching, grades early childhood through 6. Juan Rodriguez III, Associate of Science and Mathematics. Clarissa M. Garcia, Associate of Science and Geology. Connie R. Cortez, Associate of Science and Chemistry. Matthew C. Hickman, Associate of Science and Biology, summa cum laude.
Graduates of Del Mar College's Summer 2022 graduating class, it's time to take the final step in this ceremony and move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, graduates. Audience members, to maintain the spirit of this academic ceremony, please remain seated at the end of tonight's ceremony until the graduates have recessed out of the hall. Please, to the graduates, please be safe when you celebrate this weekend with family and friends. We have one more special guest, ladies and gentlemen, to spotlight this evening. Graduates, please help me welcome Valdar, the Del Mar College Viking, as he leads us in the Viking Thunderclap. There he is over there. Valdar will also lead the graduates out of the hall. Everybody join in. Okay, Valdar, lead our graduates out. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening.